them the guys and women, not even girls. I don't even know why I say that term, but I don't know. Apologies. How y'all doing today? I am doing well, on my way to assignment, of course, and just it's cold. Well, it's reading 30. That's what my car is reading, and it's warmer today than it has been the last 2 days, and I don't like cold weather at all. I don't like it. But I pray everybody is having a good. I pray everybody's having a good day. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here, and it's 10 o'clock in the. It's 10 o'clock. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to say that, because it's certain words I try not to use. But anyways, it's 10 o'clock and the sun is out. It's bright and it's all good. Life is very, 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 very interesting. And we go through things happen, some things take a turn, and you don't really know the turn that's going to be taken, and the only thing you can pretty much do is just go with it and flow with it, because that's the only thing that you can do, right? And my mother-in-law, she passed away in September. We are in January. We're at the end of January, September, October, December, January. So it's been 4 months today, actually. She passed away September 28th. And so years ago, she asked me to come and live with her. She was like, I have the house, nobody is there with me, why don't you? Because at the time it was me, my husband, and the 2 oldest boys. She was like, why don't y'all come and live on the mountain with me? And I was like, and she was like, not for long, but just for a while. And I wasn't necessarily sold out to it, but my husband, he was like, yeah, definitely on the mountain, secluded, that's where I would like to be. And so we end up moving there. And this was like 14 years ago, okay? So I had no idea that we would still be there. And so during that time, I was doing medical billing. Not medical billing. Well, I was, but I kind of skipped up. During that time, I was still at the internal medicine doctor. And I was there for a while, and then I decided to come home and be a stay-at-home mom. And actually, that wasn't something that I was sold out on. My husband asked me to do it, and so I did. So I decided to, not I decided, it was decided that I would be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I did that, but then it wasn't enough, and so I started doing medical billing from home. And so to make the long story short, and actually I'm not going to make it short, But so I'm trying to figure out exactly what points to say and what points are unnecessary. Well, so that's how that went. But see, I want to bring you to today, but it's almost impossible to bring you to today if you don't know how I got to today, right? Okay, so let me slow down and just breathe. I didn't have my meditation this morning either. I woke up. I was supposed to wake up at 7. I woke up at 7:15. I was not ready to get up. And then I had to print my documents for 2 different people because I have 2 appointments back to back. And then something happened with the fireplace, and then the house got real smoky. Not the fireplace, but like the wood stove. And it's been one of those mornings. And then while the house was just smoking, and we had a knock at the door. We had a delivery from the housing company wanting to give us a paper about a foreclosure. Not a foreclosure, but the foreclosure of the house that we are currently in, right? So that's what happened this day, this far at 10:04, okay? But so rewinding. So okay, so my mother-in-law, she has a house. The house she wanted to give to me, right? She wanted to give the house to me, but the house is not paid for. It's not paid for. Right now, what's due on the house is $105,000. That's what's due, okay? That's what's left. And I have always kind of been like, why don't we sell the house? Like, let's sell the house, and then we can pay off the house, and then, well, of course not pay it off, but let's sell the house, and then we'll still have some money left over. My husband doesn't want to do that. He's like, no. No. But like I said, we're at, this morning, and it's not, let's see, my message is not one of like fear. It's not one of that. It's not one of sadness. It's none of that. What it is things happen in life, and things happen. Either, like, you can prepare for it, and you cannot prepare for it. If you don't prepare for certain things, then certain things happen. That's just a reality, like, it's a reality. Things are going to play out how they're supposed to play out. That's just how it is. Some people can plan, and they could save, they could have $200,000, $300,000 in the bank saved, and still in the blink of an eye you can lose it. So my focus these past years have not necessarily been to save money, and it has not been. I'm 42 wonderful sun rotations young, and and I have children, and I take the days as they come. Now, I have been, like I said, in religion for a long time. You're talking about 13 years in religion, as far as, okay, the 7th day is coming. It says you can't work. If you work, you're going to be cast out, stuff like that, okay? And so if there was work if there was work, and then not even that, my family and I were really into the moon phases. And so we count our days according to the moon. Like when the new moon comes, that's when we start counting day one. Okay, so, and we've been doing this since I got with my husband. So anyways, that's how we do it. And me saying that, I'm saying that because not every Saturday was our day of rest. It actually rotated. Every month it rotated, and it was interesting from my perspective that, of course, it rotated. So like, it's hard to, I can't say that either. I was gonna say it's hard to have a job for certain people who want to follow the moon phases and their day of rest rotates, and for them to keep a job. The internal medicine doctor who I was working for, they let me do that. I was very grateful. I was a good employee. I worked above and beyond, so they let me do that. The medical billing job that I had, they also let me do that. Every job that I personally have had since I went on my religious journey let me rotate my work days with the moon schedule. So that's not the problem for me, right? That's not the problem. But my husband, he had a hard time finding jobs. Like he has been everywhere around the city looking for a job, and they would not hire him. Now, there is a such thing as, and I don't even know if I want to say that, but like, what's interesting is he couldn't get a job. Like, I don't know if it was the age factor. I don't know if it was because he cut the years ago, like some years before me, he some some cities are real funny. Like, they have cliques, and if the clique that you're in is a prominent money making clique, and then you decide to not be in that clique anymore, then like, they will shut you down in the city. I don't know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm saying, right? So they'll shut you down in the city. They're like, no, cut this person off. Don't let this person work nowhere in the city. And that's what they did to my husband. No, I mean, like, he even went to the places where if you come out of jail, you automatically go there and they give you a job, and they wouldn't give him a job there. So anyways, my husband, when I met him, he was a merchant and selling African art, body oils, shea butters, African clothing, stuff like that. And that's what he was doing, and he was making good money doing that. And he had, when we had gotten together, let's see, I want to say, let's see, we've been together 16 years. 16, that's 32. Okay, so I want to say I was 24 when I met him. And of course, and he was like 24 or 25. And he was like, take over my business. And I was like, no, I'm not. I wasn't interested in hearing that, y'all. I'm not, no, I don't want to do that. But like I said, I was 24 or 25, and that's just not something that did not sound cool to me. I had never ran a business before. I was not interested in going to research how to run a business. That's not what I wanted to do, and it did not sound cool to me to do that. I didn't want to do that. I should have went up. Yep, I'm going up that too, dude. Both ways look like they blocked up. Traffic. I see traffic. I see horrible traffic. Let's see. So, it's just, honestly, I didn't want to. And that's what I told him. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take over your business. What does that look? No, I did not want to do it. And, I didn't. I mean, it's no excuses for it. Nothing like that. I did not want to do it. I'm going another way. Let me map it real quick since, hold on 1 second. I will be with you in a moment. Hickson, Tennessee Library. There we go. Directions. Start. Let's see. Towards slow down your route. 7 minutes delay.
Your route avoids a road closure on Tennessee 153 North. You're on the fastest route. You should reach your destination by 10:32 a.m. Head northeast on Tennessee 319 South Amnicola Highway.
Okay. And so I didn't, y'all, really, I wasn't interested in taking over your business. I had no idea what I was going to be doing, and I was like, no. So the economy, not right then, but it started changing anyways, and I think it was already changing when I had met him. Things were already changing. So anyways, we were at my mother-in-law's house, and I had ended up getting pregnant, and the company that I was doing medical billing for, it seemed like it was a lot of underhanded, crooked stuff going on. And it may have been fear mongering. And from that, I'm talking about from other employees. And so, I'm like, okay, let me quit, and let me quit before some stuff happens and I'm here when stuff hits the fan. And so I did. I ended up quitting. And so anyways, to make the long story short, as far as like, I'm gonna put my phone right here, as far as like saving money and mentally, right? It depends, because like where I'm talking from right now is from a spot where I was not at years ago. Like even then you would think, okay, we're here, so we should be saving money because we're not spending money on our own rent, so we should be saving money. But it was obviously with me just being a female that it was in my mind, but there wasn't enough money coming in for me to save it and put it aside, right? And then you say, okay, but dang, how long were you, like I said, we've been there like 14 years, which in 14 years, you would think that people would have something to show for 14 years. And, but whatever, you know, we don't. I mean, so here we are today. The letter was delivered, but I'm not surprised that the letter got delivered, because, I mean, like, hello, if you don't pay your mortgage, then, I mean, that's what happens, you know. So I'm not afraid of what is going to happen. I don't have no thoughts about it whatsoever. What is supposed to happen is going to happen, and what will be is what will be. My heart has always been how it's been. I love people. I'm a giving person. That's how I am. That's how my husband is. So, I mean, like, that's what it is. I don't even know what that has to do with what I was saying. I'm looking at this traffic. 10:35. I'm gonna text her real quick and let her know. Okay, so I only got 1 mile on here, but I'm still gonna text her. Traffic is stopped almost on Amacola Highway and 153. It's telling me my arrival time is 10:35. Okay. So, you know, it's just, it is what it is. Sorry, dude. I should have let him go. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay. You know, so it's just, he can get out. That's great. I wasn't even, some people be mean and they literally don't want to let you out or let you in or let you by. And I purposely, that was a mistake. I wasn't even paying attention to him because I was sending her a message. But anyways, you know, so that's like, you know, where we're at. My husband, he has his mind made up on what it is that he wants and where it is that he wants to be, all that stuff. And that's okay, because that's what he sees. That's his vision. That's his wishes. And he's entitled to have his wishes. It's cold here. Like I've told y'all before, it's cold here. I don't like the cold. I don't like it. It's not for me. I want to be somewhere where the weather is nice year round. And so it's just, it's an amazing time to be alive. It's so much stuff going on. It's an amazing time to be 128, I think it's the 28th, right? 128, 26 right now, today. It's amazing to be at this moment where I am in my life. And it's, like I said, it's, which either way the coin goes, I'm okay. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being okay. We're talking about knowing that you had no ill will against people. You had no hidden agendas regarding this, regarding that, you know, and so it is what it is. I mean, you know, so it is what it is. I'm getting thirsty. So yeah, it's, I did not put no stuff in my water. That's because my husband did it for me. He didn't know to put nothing in it. My message hopefully would help someone. You have people who, you know, have, like I said, have money in the bank, and they will work and bust their butt and work 60 hours a week, 40 hours a week, and have the money in the bank, but have no internal peace, have no quiet moments internally, none of that. And so it's like, which one would you prefer to have? I definitely prefer to have peace, internal peace as well, than have a bank account full of money. But the money is inevitable. I already know that, because I am inevitable. So I never heard nobody say that before, but the money is inevitable. These past years, all I have been doing is being mom, being caretaker, being wife, and homeschooling the children. That's it. That is the only focus. And being religious. That's the only focus I have had these last years. But I have finally awakened up. I have finally awakened, and my leash was let loose on September 28th when Aunt Ruth crossed over. I learned so much from her. Like I said, we don't, there we go. Here we go. We're about to get somewhere. I learned so much from her. That's not, it's like, you know how you could think, oh, I could be anywhere else but here. I could be anywhere else but here. And I had those thoughts, a lot. I'm in Tennessee. For one, I never saw myself coming back to Tennessee and being here, like living here. I do not like it here. And, you know, like, it's beautiful. The people, luckily, the people that I meet when I go do my notaries, they're really nice people. And I was telling my daughter that yesterday. Being how I did not want to move back here is because of the racism that you encounter. I'm in East Tennessee. It's because of the racism, right? So when I moved away from here, my mom is the one who spoke about the race, because I moved away from here when I was in 4th grade. And at that time, this is interesting. At that time, because something's coming full circle for me as I'm talking, at that time, I did not encounter racism, and I don't remember it. So my mother's dislike for Tennessee, my mother's feelings about the racism here in Tennessee, I just realized right now that that was something of hers that I have been holding on to all these years.
In half a mile, use the right lane to take the Tennessee 319 North DuPont Parkway ramp.
Because, like I said, it was in 4th grade when we left here. I don't remember racism. I have friends at school and all that stuff. I don't remember it whatsoever. I don't remember it. Wow. But we moved away, and my mother, you know, she's like, Tennessee, no, I won't never live there again. I can't go back there and live. The racism is too bad, you know, just Tennessee, 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 Tennessee. So my perception about Tennessee and where I am from, the reason I say from is because I grew up after 4th grade in Virginia and graduated high school and stuff in Virginia. But like, it's from my mother. Y'all, it is so crazy how fears and dislikes that we have, they're not ours and they belong to someone else. Oh, I sinned back the dislike of Tennessee back to you, Mom. I send back the racism that takes place here in Tennessee. I send it back to you, Mom. That's your stuff. I don't wish to hold it any longer. I send it back to you. You can have it. I don't want it no more. Ashe. And so be it. So, it's a trip. And I just had that aha moment right this second. So like I was saying, and so I was talking about my daughter and I was telling her, I had a signing like 2 days ago, and for the first time in 3 years, someone asked me to prove that I am a notary and wanted to see my ID. Out of all those people I have seen, okay, maybe 4 or 5 of them have been my color. So,
use the right lane to take the Tennessee 319 North ramp.
Okay, so that's very
Continue
interesting.
For 1 mile.
It's so funny how things line up and you're able to see certain things, because like, if I did not bring this extra phone, I already knew that I wasn't gonna do, let's see what she say. So I'm gonna stay right here. Hold on. Okay. I already knew that if I didn't bring the extra phone, that
in half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take the Hickson Pike exit.
That I was not going to do a video. I mean, like, it wasn't, but I heard take the phone, and I'm like, okay, but like, what am I gonna do a video about? And so just that flowing and following the guidance when you hear it and you don't even know like what for. If I did not take the phone,
to take the Hickson
I wouldn't.
Pike exit.
I
Then
wouldn't
you'll use any lane to take the Hickson Pike ramp.
I would not have started the conversation, right? I wouldn't have had the phone, so I wouldn't have been sitting here talking about this morning and talking about da 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 da. And then it's funny because before I even left, which one I'm taking, Hickson Pike. Okay.
Use any lane to take the Hickson Pike ramp.
I wouldn't, it's just the conversation would not
Continue
have went
for half a mile.
the way that it went, and this would not have come up for me to see why. Yeah, hey, I hate Tennessee because my mom hates Tennessee. Oh goodness, it sucks because we carry, as I was saying, we carry people's stuff and their crap and their feelings and their thoughts. We carry that stuff, and we don't know why we think a certain thing about a certain place, or we don't know why we think a certain thing about a certain
keep right
person.
To continue toward Hickson
You know
Pike.
what I mean? And that stuff is awful because, like I said, 42 sun rotations, okay? 42. And I'm just now coming to that. And as I was telling my daughter, was out of all the European people that I have seen here in Tennessee, and I have gone some crazy places, but by that I mean like I ain't never been in some places you go and you're like, okay, are they gonna be like, you can't come in my house?
Continue on Hickson Pike for 1 mile.
That's that fear stuff, you know what I mean? Like, okay, and that's that judgmental fear stuff right? Like, okay, so what are they gonna say? You know, like, what are they gonna think when they see me? But I have met some of the sweetest people here, and that could be because of my heart and the pureness of me. That could be that. And it could be that when I go to someone, then the universe is going to align me with someone who is going to receive me and receive that. So that very well could be that. But whatever it is, I have not been to anyone's house and they've been rude with me because of my color. So that's awesome. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your continuing to lead me, and for your continuing to guide me, and for your continuing to give me favor in the places I travel to and the places that I go to. Thank you for that. Whew. So I'm actually like 2 minutes away from the place that I'm going to. My toes are cold. And I have the heater on, but I like it up at the top and not the bottom, like where my feet is, and that's probably why. And I think it's a way for you to do it and it be circling around, but it obviously ain't doing that, or it's just cold like I said, and I think I need to get over. No, I think I could stay here. But you know, that's just, it's awesome. But that lady, she asked for it, you know, she was like, you have your ID, I mean, how can you prove who you say you are? And y'all, I go to some houses that are like $1.5 million. I go to some big houses and no one has ever been like, how do I know who you say you are? But in these days, I'm not, like I told her, I'm not offended at all. I mean, like, you know, it's just funny that no one else asks me to verify who I am. But you know, so, and I do encounter like slight racism, but it might be at the store, you know, like someone checking me out. But I chalk that up to, yeah, they might be kind of having some kind of
600 feet, make a U-turn.
cut that off. Might have some kind of underlying racist issues, but shoot, I think these people hate their jobs, or they're upset at their life placements and what's going on in life, and there's no telling what's going on at home and all that stuff, you know. So from this day forward, it's awesome that I'm able to let go of I hate Tennessee, because it is beautiful here. It's beautiful here. What else? The people are, they're welcoming. Everybody whose house I go to, they're just like, you know, like, it's like they welcome me as family, and they're like, oh, you could come by anytime and see us, and you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. You know, so it's just it is what it is. But I am turning into where I am going now, and so you all have a wonderful day. Their parking is so out there here. I'm sorry, car. I don't know how I'm supposed to park. Sorry. Okay, I'll park right here. I didn't want to park far from the door. Dang. But okay, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your night whenever it is that you're seeing this video, and I will talk to you later. See ya.